Yo, Yamamo, Aquaba Stronkoso, Eba POG Media, so Mestre says I fay and Waba Jumadian Swa. Obe subscribe not while I kid Jumadiano, Edia, my bit means so I share Jumadiano, not Wama Afofro, and so answer Akabianco Jumadianum, na infant some Dodona, and your Embra, so June 4th, a celebration, no nene. And Asiedu.N or then some Dodona air to jar, Efa a year, Efa a year JJ, who a year John Jerry Rawlings or then some Dodona, the Afan Hona, or Chema NDC at the Omo headquarters, Ebe to a year Rawlings now or movie swa or must set up a year museum at the Ayade at the Amana Chase a year and Jisempe Yanko near Kokoti a year Johnson and Asiedu.N and Sama or the Tuja Abra or this answer winning a egu on.
Comrade General Secretary, comrades, ministers of state, our chiefs and queen mothers, and cadres. At this stage, I'll beg to stand on the established protocols so that we can save some time. Today is June 4th, and in our party's constitution, June 4th has been recognized as the day of accountability. So this celebration couldn't have come at a better time than this time that we are trying to reset Ghana and hold leadership accountable. Indeed, the choice of Kroboland for this celebration is also appropriate, and I believe that that is the reason that the weather has been exactly the June 4th, 1979 weather. When it started raining at the early hours of the morning, I say yes. Even the gods have accepted the choice of Kroboland for this celebration. And that is why we are experiencing the exact June 4th, 1979 weather. So comrades who were not born at that time and who were too young to realize what was happening, I just want to draw your attention to the fact that the weather of June 4th, 1979 is exactly what we are experiencing today. When we say accountability day, what does it mean? Because the whole of June 4th is mostly about accountability. Because it is realized that any system of governance that lacks accountability cannot be described as democratic. Because the democracies we have today are essentially representative democracies, where all of us select a few people and give them our mandate, our power, the power to do anything they wish to us. And so it is only fitting and proper that at the end of exercising that mandate, or even while the mandate is being exercised by the elected representatives, those of us citizens who have given them our mandate to govern must hold them accountable. Otherwise, that system cannot be called democratic. And as my colleague General Secretary earlier on said, the 2024 election is one of its own kind. It had never happened in this Fourth Republic. Everything about it reminds Ghanaians that the people have decided that enough is enough. They are not happy about their circumstances, and they believe that it is time to reset Ghana. And we didn't just say resetting just orally and left. We actually put the resetting agenda in our manifesto. And I want to believe, and I believe comrades here will agree with me, that the promise to reset Ghana, to hold people who have messed us up accountable for what they have done to us and our future, was a clarion call throughout Ghana. And I'm not surprised that the agenda to reset, as expressed in ORA and resetting of other state institutions, accounted for a significant quantum of the votes that we had. It is an endorsement. The election represents an endorsement of the agenda to reset this country. And so, what we have begun doing in government, by holding people accountable for their stewardship when they were in power, it is not vengeance, it is not vindictiveness, but it is a call to deliver on our electoral promise. It is a call to deliver our manifesto commitment. And so when I hear communicators over the radio trying to make comparison, President Akuffo arrested this person and that person, and so we are also justified to arrest that person and that person, I begin to wonder whether we ourselves understand the manifesto commitment we have undertaken and the endorsement of the population of that manifesto commitment. What is happening is not about paying people for what they have done against us in the past. It is bigger than that. What is happening? Again, I hear people saying, oh, certain people have been arrested, and their conduct of insulting Mahama when he was in opposition, now we are justified to do this. Please, what is happening is holding people accountable for their own deeds, and not about paying them in their own coins for insulting President Mahama. It has nothing to do with the insults of President Mahama. Indeed, if President Mahama is the type that will punish people for insulting him, there will be many more people to be arrested and punished. But here is a man who, when people try to punish others for insulting him, he says, leave them alone, let them go. They have the right to say what they have said. So please, both our communicators and MPP communicators, I want to let you understand that what is happening is not about President Mahama doing anything or chasing his enemies or his opponents. It is not about NDC now in power trying to pay MPP for what they may have done or not done when they were in power. It is about resetting the country. It is about holding people accountable for a mandate that the population has given them. It is about holding people to account for the looting of our state resources. And we shouldn't allow political parties to be the refuge for criminals. A criminal remains a criminal whether he is NDC or MPP. And so, if you are fighting now, you are wondering why Dumso appears to be lacking out. Ask yourself, what has happened to the state institutions that provide us with power? You'll find out that it is people who were put there to run these institutions who ran them into a ditch, mess up with all the resources, and that is why we are having the intermittent blackouts. I'm not sure anybody is enjoying it, but if we have to reset, we must change the resources where they are and recover those resources, and we must punish people who have misappropriated those resources so that we recover those resources and put them to good use, and then the services that you so deserve will be provided. I heard many people on my campaign rounds during the 2024 elections, and they come from all the parties, MPP, NDC, CPP, everybody, saying that these people have destroyed the country. Let's find a way of making sure that we rebuild the country. My brothers and sisters, that rebuilding is going to be painful, no doubt about that. Because if a country is sick and there is the need for surgery to restore the health of the country, tummies will definitely be cut open, and when they are being cut, it will be painful. But look at the end results. The end results will be to heal the country, to heal the sick. We all like omelets, don't we? Can you have an omelet without breaking the egg? The eggs must be broken before the omelets can be prepared. But let me advise our own party people that the easiest thing to do is to hold your opponents accountable. But the most difficult part and the most useful part is holding your own children accountable. So the aura is not going to be about MPP people alone or the past government functionaries. The aura will be here to stay. And after we've dealt with the past, we surely will be dealing with the current as we move into 2028. That will be the test of our resolve to fight to reset this country. If the resetting is all just about punishing functionaries of our predecessor government, then we will wait till we leave office, and then the successor government will also come and hold us accountable and punish us, and the nation will never move forward. So, even as we are dealing with the excesses of the previous administration, we must send a strong signal to our own party members.
You are from Yununa, Brono, Asiedu.N Katiato, so Edin some Dodona, the Etuja, F5 a year NDC, Amanyuku, no who are just or chess of her. NDC Edin Yoma Bebre, Eguquemu, no de Aji or Maya or Moshe or May, into Ghana, Nibia, Enya or Pepa, any Addo, na onfa enta a year John Dramani Mahama, a year Namemuachi, na Omoma Amemu no engine ne NCP. Na bibia enye kama na ensemi otwaso e kanse bebre efa eyesansemu yenko na yenkonkoti.
Yes, and our own functionaries and our own appointees, that whatever will be happening to the appointees of the previous government will very soon be happening to our own appointees who engage in the same misconduct. It is then and only then that Ghanaians will take us serious, that we are indeed about setting or resetting the nation onto the path of truth, onto the path of accountability, and onto the path of progress. We want to thank you for this impressive attendance. I want to thank the chiefs. I want to thank the people of Kroboland for standing behind the NDC through thick and thin. Now, before I take my seat, I want to announce the following proposals that the party will be considering as we move forward from here. We think that when you look at the month of June, many of our important dates fall within the month of June, including the birthday of my General Secretary. But the June 4th happened in June. The founder of our party was born in June. That is 22nd June. The party was established on the 10th of June. And comrades, our day, June 19th, when there was a serious attempt to derail the revolution, that also happened on June 19th. And so, we have taken a decision at the Functional Executive Committee, but we are yet to get approval from the National Executive Committee. But our decision is that June is going to be renamed as NDC month. So all those comrades who have your birthdays in June, you are lucky. It will be celebrations all along. Yeah, Zanata is also She starts from June 1st. Number 2, we would, as a party, amend our constitution to include the birthday of our founding father as one of the significant days for the party. That is June 22nd. Beyond that, moves are underway to rename the party headquarters as Jerry Rawlings' house. Because this is a practice all over the world. Party headquarters are named after the founders of those parties. And Ghana cannot be an exception. So we will begin all the processes that are necessary to secure all the approvals within the party so that the national headquarters becomes Rawlings' house. Again, the last one is a charge to the United Keda Front. Comrades, I'm sure you have all been driving in front of the Flagstaff House or the Jubilee House. You have seen how our revolutionary square has deteriorated. I'm charging you as the chairman of this party that don't just be struggling about inclusion, recognition, and whatnot. Please establish a committee, a planning committee, to advise as to how we can get the revolutionary square back to its original status. If you need to contact Museums and Monuments Board, whatever you need to pave the way for us to rehabilitate the revolutionary square, it has to be done. It doesn't mean it is a monument, and it teaches our youth a lesson. When they pass there, they will find out why this square, and somebody who knows will tell them. Those who like the revolution and those who hate the revolution alike must accept that June 4th has come to stay as part of our national history. And if we don't take lessons from our history, we don't learn our own history, we are doomed to repeat that history. Finally, comrade, I just returned from China. Our sister party there has established a wonderful museum that is keeping the history of that party. So once you enter the museum, by the time you get out, you have imbibed the history of that party. I think that it is something worth emulating. So again, United Keda Front, I want to begin the process of advising how we can establish an NDC museum so that the up and coming youth, the functionaries of the party, who actually know where we came from, and therefore will be guided as to where we are going. I thank you very much for your attention, and once again I thank all of you for coming. I want to thank the media and thank the young kiddos for their brilliant march this morning. I want to thank everybody who defied the weather and came to join us to celebrate this momentous occasion. Thank you, and may God bless our homeland Ghana.
Please click on the notification bell and send the bear. The any news be to platform so I want so work no the airco and the airbar. And some no yet be see a buffet the biaba edasi. It's Jumadi no yet be see a medasi.